How's everyone doing? It's Mask here, and this should be a quick one because this is a hyper speed deck to use to farm level 40 Arkana. It's using the Elements Unite skill, and I'm just going to jump straight into it. Essentially, we're using Roku Field to counter 1,000 Knives, which really is the only threat to our Gate Guardian. Now, the amount of card draw and card cycle in this deck will end the duel so insanely fast. And as long as you manage the face down cards that Arkana has and constantly kill off the cards, not allowing him to even summon out Dark Magician, the chances of him being able to get Dark or to get 1,000 Knives off are so slim. By the time he does, you're almost guaranteed. You're pretty well guaranteed to have a Roku Field. I'm not going to kill this guy this turn. I'm going to give him the opportunity to put him into defense mode, and now we'll continue to clear monsters off his side of the field every game. Of course, if you have the opportunity, you might as well not attack into a tomato, hit the face down, see what it is instead. A Jester, just as bad. So we know he has Dark Magician in hand now, but it's not a big deal. We already have the Roku Field, which you will draw into fairly consistently. There's 3 of them in the deck. And almost every single card in this entire deck is card draw. It just flies by. I did make the original version of this deck runs, I mean, you guys have seen it, the Hyperspeed Elements Unite deck. The original version runs 3 copies. I didn't attack that last turn. Oh well. It runs 3 copies of, sorry, the original version of the deck runs 3 copies of Gravekeeper's Recruiter and 3 Wonder Wands. And instead, because of the introduction of Good Goblin Housekeeping, and because we needed 3 slots to use Roku Field anyhow, I decided to go with all of the back row draw power. You have the Good Goblin Housekeeping, the Jars of Greed, and the Shards of Greed. Crystal Seers up front. I'm skipping out. I found the back to the deck. We'll go Roku Field. We don't need it. Actually, Gravekeeper's Vassals last turn. We don't need him. I found the Gravekeeper's Recruiters too situational in the fact that you're always waiting around to draw the next Wonder Wand. Wasn't a big fan of that. So now instead, it's just straight back row draw power. I guess it could be argued that this doesn't. Sometimes your back row is going to get clogged, like right now, where we're missing out on draw opportunity because the back row is clogged. And they're not attacking into this Crystal Seer. So perhaps we could chain our Crystal Seers. That could be a problem for us, actually. So perhaps the Wonder Wands could be put in this deck instead of the Jars of Greed, and they can combo with the Crystal Seers. We just cut out the Gravekeeper's Recruiters, which is fine. How am I going to get rid of this Crystal Seer here? I don't think I have a method. Gate Guardian, go ahead and we'll attack you in whatever this face down is. Discard 2 cards. Crystal Seer, you were not supposed to be this much of a problem for us. I'm gonna slow this down, see if we can get him to summon a Dark Magician. Sets a card. Even if you went right now, it would have to be this turn, which I doubt it's gonna be. Oh my gosh. So, absolute hyperspeed deck though. Because you have Gate Guardian out, he's very cautious about summoning Dark Magician. You're drawing into your Roku Fields lightning fast. But as you guys can see, the one bump in the road I ran into was the use of Crystal Seer in this deck at all. So we're going to make a slight modification at the end of this video. Remove the Crystal Seers. Otherwise, it's still a absolute lightning fast deck for farming level 40. Unfortunately, we're not going to hit over 10k damage. You're supposed to special summon the Caligo Claw Crow right now, and that would have pumped this Vassal to 10k exactly. So this score that you guys see will be 1200 base less than it should have been. So the deck's 6700. This would have been a 7900 farm. My Caligo Claw Crow is glossy. It would have pushed me to 8000. Glossy. There was only 100 points in Glossy, so this is a 7,800 point farm. You only need 200 points in Glossy or Prismatic cards. Which makes me wonder. Wow. This is an old deck list of mine, and it does not, I had not subbed in my Prismatic Union attack yet. Otherwise, that would have pushed this to 8,000. This is a 7,800 point farm. It only needs 200 Glossy or Prismatic points to hit you to 8k. Very easy to hit 8k in this deck. Absolutely no problem. You automatically get low life, cards on the brink, comeback victory. It would have been 3k. It would have been 7,900. Get your spell, your trap, your special summon. Cookie cutter, elements unite. It works on level 40. The adjustments I'm going to make, Crystal Seer, obviously, don't use Crystal Seer in this deck. We just witnessed it. We're going to make that swap right now. And to fill its spot, I would consider probably going, potentially going back to the Recruiter. Or instead of completely taking them out, perhaps we just go, put the Wonder Wands in. Not a terrible idea, because we found our back row too flooded anyhow. So we're just going to go Wonder Wand into the Crystal Seers. And we'll drop the Jars of Greed. They have less rotating power than the Good Goblin Housekeeping. Although, overall, you get plus none, plus one, and plus two in your hand. I know people say that I don't say my plus, or talk about the pluses quite right, but this is what I'm going to be using now for sure. I'm going to take a quick updated picture of that. I'll update the deck list on the side for you guys. Get a good save into this one. Did that update? It did. This is the deck list I'll be using to farm level 40 Arkana for the rest of the event. It's just over in a flash. And hopefully level 30 spawns for me next, because that's I have an idea I want to get up for level 30. A good non-union attack farm for level 32. A lot of you guys will be excited about that. But thanks for checking us out, guys. This was a quick one. Of course, you had to make it to the end of the video to find the deck list that I am completely supporting and is going to work. Make sure you catch us live on twitch.tv/MasKScarin, guys. Check out Facebook and the Twitter link in the description down below. And come join the Discord. Join in on the farm deck making fun in our Discord channel. We have a lot of stuff goes down there. It's great. We're always helping each other out, build decks. 100% free to join, of course. The link is in the description down below. But most of all, guys, don't forget, stay classy.